I don't think that these earplugs are working at all. Yep, perfect. So let's get rid of them. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a Saturday morning here in Sydney, Australia, and I'm just getting ready for the weekend. And I feel super blessed because it's going to be a fantastic sunny day, and also because I've made the decision that it's going to be a fantastic day. And because for some of you it's Friday night, for some of you it's very early on Saturday, I really would like to bring our energy together and just breathe for a second. We're always on the go. We are always doing things. We are always, maybe you are always listening to a new podcast about eating disorder, hypothalamic amenorrhea, fertility, how to balance your hormones. Maybe you're reading another book. Maybe you're just checking another article, another Instagram page, or anything that you have been doing lately, and you have forgotten about something. Tapping into here, coming back to your breathing, because maybe, and just maybe, while you're scrolling through Instagram, while you're reading articles and blogs, and while you're speaking with other people, you have completely forgot to breathe from your belly. And so you have this shallow breath that starts from here, gets stuck in here, doesn't allow your lungs to fully expand, and you get anxious, and you feel stuck, and you feel trapped. So for the next 20 seconds, I really invite you, if you can, if you're driving, I would love for all of you to keep your eyes open. But if you're not driving, if you're not operating heavy machinery, just close your eyes for a second and just notice where the breath is. Notice where it's traveling right now. Can you even sense it? It's like at the top of the lungs. It's just close to the throat. It's on your belly. And I really invite you to take a big inhale from your belly. Feel your belly balloon underneath your hands and let it go. Like if you're blowing through a straw. Let's do it again. Very gently inhale. And quite forcefully exhale. Last time, deep belly breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for a couple of seconds and let it out. Now you can gently open your eyes. Have you noticed any difference on your energy level? Do you feel that much calmer? Did you find it hard to breathe? Did you find it hard to actually sit where you are right now and do nothing? Those are very incredible opportunities to understand what's going on in your life, and the things that you have to work on. So thank you for breathing with me today. I know that yesterday I said that this morning I was going to talk about breakfast and caffeine in recovery. Don't worry, I'm going to cover this topic, but I'm going to cover it tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be breakfast, alcohol, and caffeine all together at the same time. It's going to be possibly a longer live than usual. But this morning I woke up and I thought, I just need to speak about a different topic. So what happened yesterday is that I had another wonderful woman joining the Period Comeback Protocol. And it was the right woman, fully committed, didn't have a question. She was just ready to get go. And so I allowed her in, and I felt that something was clearly sitting well in my heart, in my soul. Because when I am aligned with women that I can help, there are no roadblocks, there are no obstacles. Everything flows, right? The energy flows. And obviously, it doesn't mean that recovery journey is going to be easy, but it's going to be easier for you if you do it without resistance, if you do it with flow. And so that made me think about the past experiences that I had with other women that I met along the way. And especially in the very beginning, when I was trying really hard to help women to get the period back, I was quite forceful. I found myself getting to places where I wanted to convince women, just come and do it with me because I've been there. It's so much more helpful when you do it with someone that has already paved the road and already know the proven steps to follow together. It's so much easier when you're part of that community. It's so much easier when you have a nutritionist and a mindset coach on board. It's so much easier when you invest your energy, time, and money to follow a program that is going to give you results. It's so much easier to get your blood test done and having someone to read it and translate it for you. So much easier to learn how to check your basal body temperature, your cervical mucus, which supplements to take in your specific situation. That's what I was out there telling women. And so I was really, sometimes there was this forceful energy, come and do it with me. And then later on, I started to let that go. And I've realized that all the women that I've been attracting every single month, very consistently, were ready. Were ready to work with me, were ready to listen to the message. And even though for some of them, recovering, getting the period back, getting pregnant has been much easier compared to others, we have built this community of supportive, trusting women that wants the best for each other, that wants to be there for each other. And that's absolutely priceless. So why am I telling you this? Because if you want to make space in your life, if you want to get your period back, if you want to let go of disorder behaviors around food and training, if you want to learn how to eat intuitively, you need to start by decluttering. What do I mean by decluttering? Decluttering your environment, decluttering the conversations that you have, and decluttering your limiting beliefs. So let's say, for example, that you have been stuck with disorder behaviors for many, many, many years, right? And you have deep down this belief that you can do it on your own, you can fix it on your own. That's a limiting belief. A limiting belief that today I invite you to let go. And why I want to do this video on a Saturday or at the end of the week for most of you is because you have the weekend to actually focus on your house, your house in your brain, the house outside of your brain, and learn how to declutter and to let go of things that are no longer serving you. Another example is thinking that you don't have money to invest, or you don't have time to invest, or you don't have energy to invest to get better. The reality is that everything is so important. That new pair of shoes so much more important than your health, because the reality is that you can power through, right? You can fix yourself. And that's been a self-care villain. That's about not prioritizing yourself, because everything is a priority until your health goes down the drain. So nothing else is a priority. And I've lived it, and I spoke about it on day one of the period party. So if you think that energy, time, money are in the way to get support, declutter that thought. Another big one is thinking that you're not sick enough. You're not sick enough to get help. And yet you haven't had a period for more than 1 year. And maybe you're exercising almost every day. And maybe you're struggling to have spontaneity around your food choices. And maybe you're really afraid of gaining weight. And yet you think that you're not sick enough. Let that go. Another thought to declutter. I could be sitting here and go through all the thoughts that you may or may not have, but that's not going to be feasible. And I really would like to move on and speak about how to declutter the environment. Having the skill in the bathroom. So having the reminder every single morning whenever you go and pee, as soon as you wake up, that something needs to change, because there is a scale, right? So the scale is there for a reason. Normally, scale equal weight loss in most situations. That's normally why people buy it, or just to control things. So that's a tool that you get to see every morning as soon as you wake up. Which kind of message is it sending to your brain? Then you open your wardrobe and you pick a dress and you notice your skinny jeans or that dress that you wore for a wedding when you were very fit, very slim. And that's not going to be helpful, right? Because it's still going to send you into the spiral of something needs to change. I'm not good enough. So start decluttering your environment. And that could mean anything and everything. Magazines, articles that you have downloaded, even your mailbox. Maybe every single day you're receiving 10 emails from different nutritionists or from different professionals that talk about the latest diet, the new supplements, how to follow keto to get healthy, how to follow the carnivore diet to get your period back. No, just declutter. Make space. Just keep only the things that you know that are good for your health, for your soul, and for the part of your life that you're living at the moment. Number 3, declutter your social media. That's a huge one. I was speaking with Jade Cameron, the mindset coach of the Period Comeback Protocol and the owner and founder of the It's a Mind Game podcast just a couple of days ago. And we were having a conversations about the Netflix documentary about social network. I cannot remember the name right now, but how social medias have been completely impacting our life and the way that we think and the way that we perceive the universe. So even though you think that you're just scrolling through Instagram to relax at nighttime, the reality is that social media have been changing your neural pathways, have been changing your brain. They have been changing the way that you think, the way that you speak with people, the way that you engage with people, and the values that you have. That's massive. So you can use it at your own advantage, but it's a kind of a slippery slope, right? Because it's very easy to flip the coin and to get triggered. So be very mindful about the content that you consume daily, and be very mindful of the mindless screen flicking through social media posts that you do at nighttime, because that's the thing that you do just before going to sleep. And then your brain has approximately somewhere between 6 to 8 hours to just process those information. So if just before going to sleep, you watch a couple of videos of how to train your glutes, what to eat in a day, how to change your diet when you are in recovery, how to lose pound by eating plenty of potatoes, because normally these videos, they're all mixed up together under the same place of health, under the same umbrella of health and fitness. So if that's what you consume just before going to sleep, that's what your brain is going to process throughout the night. That's when your subconscious is really going to soak in all this beautiful information. And that's what you're going to repeat when you wake up the next morning. So even though you think that it's mindless scrolling, it's impacting your life, it's changing your brain, it's changing the way that you perceive life, yourself, and your health. So it's massive. So I just want to keep this video very brief and short, and I want to give you the space to really declutter this weekend. And if I keep on going, you can declutter people. For example, some people may not be beneficial for you at the moment. And it's really hard to hear that that's the case, but that's also the truth. Declutter also professionals that you have been following or that you have been seeing. If they've been very dismissive, if they've been unhelpful, well, find someone else, right? And then you can declutter from social places, the gym, the Pilates studios. Maybe some are very welcoming to different bodies and different kind of health challenges and situations. Others aren't. I show up to a new Pilates studio the other day, and the woman, she just saw me and she started making assumption that I was there to change my body in any shape or form. And the reality is that I didn't want to change my body at all. I just want to really focus on the strength so that my hip bone was going to be protected. But I am fine with the way that I look. I have no willingness to change myself. And it's so incredible that after so many years, I can actually say, I like myself the way I am. I really like myself. Wrinkles and saggy skin and all. So who are you to tell me that maybe I want to change myself? I'm just here to protect my health, to get better in the near future. So be aware of the constant messages that you hear out there. So once again, the clutter this weekend can be socially, environmentally, the medias that you have been following, and the thoughts that you have been having. That's a big one. And I know that this message is going to resonate with so many of you out there. But if you have been stuck in quasi-recovery, there was a beautiful comment the other day on my YouTube videos. I've been stuck in quasi-recovery for 20 years. And I said, wow, who has been supporting you? And this beautiful woman said, my husband. And I was kind of perplexed and taken aback. 20 years of quasi-recovery, if you are in your 30s, it's basically all your adult life, even more. If you're in your 40s, it's half of your life. So how do you think that you can do this on your own just by watching videos on YouTube or just by watching this right now? Seek help. Allow someone to guide you, to take your hand. And that's the most beautiful thing that you can do for yourself. Do not be a self-care villain. I tried it many times for many years. It didn't fucking work. And I do apologize for the swearing, but I feel very passionate about it. Once you allow people in, once you allow others to help you, that's when life is going to become magical. Because going through life, knowing that you can trust someone, aside from your partner, obviously your family and your best friend and so on and so forth, it is 10 times much easier. Your friends, your partner, your family, they are not your medical professionals. They're not your community to support you through this journey. So don't feel ashamed to actually ask for help, because if you don't get a badge of honor at the end. You're going to be sending a message 20 years down the track, possibly saying, I've been stuck for 20 years. So shortcut the process, follow proven steps, get support and guidance. I will see you tomorrow. Next week, watch out. On Tuesday, this incredible news is going to come out. You take it or you miss out. Love you and leave you. Have the most amazing Saturday or end of Friday night. Bye to all of you.